Hello people, it's Blitz here. Welcome back to a new episode of Planet Coaster. This time I'm going to make a new park. A western theme. Let's call it the Wild West. Can't think of another name at this time. So a quick look at the new features. I've noticed that you can now pick a park, theme, and change the textures. Which is good. Something we'll do in the future, where we can have a, I don't know, do an alpine park and do a bit of a winter theme with it. Do some snow tops. Okay, so now on the western map. Now I bought the new DLCs, all three of them, because I make videos. I thought, okay, let's show you what they look like. They're nothing special, I have to say. But they're basically the go-kart track with the Back to the Future theme, Knight Rider theme, and the Monsters theme. Quickly show you what they look like close up. So there's the monsters. Let's have one and Back to the Future. And you get a load of other assets where you can actually make the cars. A lot bigger cars, and you can put them somewhere around. You got like the doors, tyres, the engines, and so and so. But you don't get anything else. Now on the video, if I remember rightly, when I showed you Back to the Future, I actually show you the picture of the building. The clock tower building. I thought, oh, that'd be nice, get the building thrown in, some other bits thrown in. And that don't exist. If you want those, you build them yourself. Simple solution. So, are they worth it? £2 each? I don't think so. But that's, well, like I said, I only bought them because I make videos. Okay, let's get back to the game. Okay, being a western theme, I'm going to use my assets I made. If you remember, a few months back, I made some western buildings. So I thought, okay, it's now time to use them. And come back to the game. First one I don't like, as I've said thousands of times over, I don't like using flatland. Flatland's against my religion, if there is one. So we're going to raise it up, put a bit in, put water around it, and it looks like so-and-so. Now just got to work out where the path's going to go. It's good to be back, by the way. It's been a long time since I've made a video. I've been extremely busy at work and other things. I've got health problems and God knows what else. It's quite funny when I come to put the path in for this one. I can't remember how to put it in. I thought, what's going on? And that's been a while since I played. And I remember when I set out these trees, the path should go just around the trees. I forgot I had the old angle snap on. Turn the angle snap on. If you want to use these or any of my buildings, make sure you got angle snap on or off. Sorry, otherwise you're never going to get it to work. Yeah, the other thing, all our buildings that I make, I set them up now. So I did find when I was making my last part, gave myself a bit of a nightmare, not allowing me to use the priority path. So now I'll set them out where you can have priority path. Now if you don't want to use priority path, you can always fill it in with rocks and trees and God knows what. It's totally up to you. I do remember I always got the old peeps always complained. Priority path is a waste of time. Or priority pass I used to buy. So we solved that problem. Other thing is, you've got to make sure you get the right width. That work when you don't set it to the standard one, 3. Or 2, or whatever the standard one is, the first one. So in this episode, if you've not read the text on YouTube, so I was actually putting this asset in I made ages ago. I'm going to put the Back to the Future ride in. I'm going to make one the other side of the river for this episode, and in part 2 we make a roller coaster. I'll try and use more features what I've added to the park, or to the game I should say, than usual. I've added a few more rides, I think, since I last played. Now I suppose at the end of the day they could turn around to us and say, as I said a minute ago about, okay, were the DLCs worth buying? Well, my attitude is, unless you actually want those specific cars and the signposts, no, they're not worth buying. But I have gave us loads of free content over the last 12 months since it's been out. I suppose we can't complain that much in one way, but I've always believed if you're going to have a DLC, then have a DLC. I mean, I've got loads of games where you buy micromanagement stuff, and I never ever buy it. My attitude is, look, if you're going to sell something, then sell it worth buying. So it's a full thing pack. I mean, what they could have done, hopefully, we've always wanted the swimming pools and the zoos, what they had in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. They could have done the swimming pool theme and gave us the cars in that. But they haven't, so. But that's up to you lot. I mean, you don't have to buy them, or you can buy them. It's really up to you. My attitude is like, you can always do the go-karts and just change the colour. Well, they won't have the car look, but if you want 3 different rides, you just change the colours and call them a different name. Well, so far so good. Just got to make a bridge so I connect the main path. Now I'm taking off all bridge supports and track supports around the game. I'd rather make my own. Takes forever, mind you, when you have to make your own. Well, if you want them to make it look decent, it does anyway. Unfortunately, they don't make the arches different sizes. I wish they'd make one where you can have it the maximum size of the width of the path. So that's size 10. As I did notice in the game, the last map I played, you want paths wide. People bump into each other, get stuck. You want it as wide as possible. I suppose you can always run 2 paths next door to each other. Not tried that yet. Might do that a bit later. Now I've noticed that they're still, in my opinion, which I think is still bizarre, they've not added any tables. So if you want to make a restaurant, there's no tables. I mean, it's benches, but I know, when you make a restaurant, you want proper benches and tables. Or chairs and tables, I should say. I suppose one thing on the Back to the Future track, we got, I think it's 5 different cars, like 1985, 1885, 2005. I can't remember the other two. You got the one with a train, a flying car, and so and so. You can make them up, the car to any design you want at the end of the day. We're going to get the old ride in here somewhere along the line. I also want to get I think this is another ride they've added, Oculus or whatever it's called, to the park over time where I've not been playing. And what I want to do, I want to get the track to go like a figure 8 and to go round the ride. And have something sort of central in the middle. I think that's a big enough mound. Put it right on. And we have some bridges going over the track. So as the people going over to the ride, they can look down at the race going on below. Not that the peeps in this game, the way the AI is set out, actually do wander and look at the scenery and just go to a ride. If you remember in my last videos, I stated, and as far as I know, it still doesn't do it. I've not read anywhere that they've changed it. Now, if you want to make it a place where you want to put scenery, like if you want to make a garden or a nice building, you need to put it where you're going to have a ride, because the peeps only go to rides. They even miss out shops. So if you decide to put a shopping district, they don't seem to go to the shops. Don't matter if you put 500 shops in and not on the walkway to a ride, it will keep coming up on the screen. People are starving, people are thirsty, people are whatever, because they will not go to walk out their way in the game. Now, in my opinion, they really need to fix it. I think it's a bit daft at the end of the day. And the only way to get around it is make sure there is a ride on the route to a shop. Now, either you want to put, like I said, if you want to make a garden or a shop, put the shop in first, and straight after you put a ride. So people go past, as they're walking past it, see a shop, they go to the shop. The garden, mind you, they won't care about that, they just walk past it, but that's just the way the game's designed. Now if you play Roller Coaster Tycoon, now I can't remember Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, but in Roller Coaster Tycoon World, people will walk anywhere. Even though the rest of the game itself, it's a different matter altogether. So I've had a bit of terrain work around the track, just trying to get put a bank in. Slight bank as it comes around. I should have done it earlier. And I got the terrain in the way. Don't want to go the way I want it to go. And then you can't line it up, as I realise I've actually put the wrong section in. That's life. These things happen. Other thing I noticed when I was looking at it then, I've got to turn the supports off. So now I've got to go around and adjust all that. We'll do that a bit later. Let's get a bit of terrain working, a bit of sculpting. Plenty of rocks in. We like our rocks. I plan to bang out, by the way, around 10 episodes over the next 3 or 4, probably more than that, 10 episodes in about 2 weeks, the whole park. While I've got time, I'm going to bash it out, get it done. I should post the first 3 over the next 3 or 4 days. I'm actually stuck building a railway track. I don't know if it's buggy. Trying to put more than one station in is kind of a bit of a nightmare. But I'll show you that later. A later episode. Episode 3 I should think. Meantime, let's do this. There was one thing I wish they had. All these lovely shapes you got. Now, I know you can change the colour. But it'd be nice if I could actually change the texture. And you have to do a lot of things in wood. Oh, not just wood, anything really, stone. Nice shapes. Because the way everything is at the moment, they all look like they're plastic. Now, unfortunately, with my job the way it is, being a gardener, the weather is everything, and the time of year is everything. So I've got to get as much work done as possible. I mean, I love to make videos constantly, but with the way the weather is, I mean, I start at 8 o'clock or even early 7:30 in the morning, and sometimes I don't get home till 7:30 in the evening. So I literally have no energy left to actually want to even make a video. You know, sometimes I do put the game on for about an hour. Thought, oh, let's do something, but see what's happening. But anything really special, don't get anything. Don't have the time. I'm just too exhausted. But the weather's been a bit funny over the last couple of weeks we've had loads of rain, and even though we are getting lots of work done, and also again getting to come to August, getting a position where okay things slow down a bit. So okay, we're gonna bang it out, try and like I said 10 episodes in the next probably 2 weeks. And we'll see what happens next. I don't know if I'll make another episode of Roller Coaster Tycoon World. I did say I might go back to it when I make patch 10. It looks like they've literally given up making any patches. According to the forums, it's like Atari has no interest in doing anything with the game. So they've decided to say, sod it, we can't fix it, we don't care. It's disgraceful really, but there's nothing I can do about it. Well, there's the basic setup. It's not so bad now. Put the old path supports in, and the track supports in. Ones I made. I've just got to get some more paths in, and obviously tons of scenery items. I do remember reading somewhere they don't like long paths. But I know if you look at the last game, my paths are always too damn short, and I wouldn't call them. I wouldn't have said they were short, but they were always packed with people. Yeah, I just realised I need to put a priority path in, and I've set out the path wrong. Some nice new music things they've added. Now I've noticed there's a fantastic feature up they've added to this game. I don't know when they actually brought in what patch it was, but they've got these big screens. You can have these big screens, and they show videos of your park, and you can actually make videos of the park. Like for instance, this video I'm making now, I can actually put it on the big screen. Go around, but you got to do a funny file format or a new file format, WebM. Now I am working on getting a converter, and I think episode 4 we should have fun, a tutorial on how to do it. That'll be a good laugh. And what we do, we'll do some filming of the roller coaster, and or even on this thing, and we'll put the screen up, and then we'll show the video with the roller coaster going round. If I can get it to work, that is. Have fun. So it's like having a video in a video. Let's see how it goes. There's a sign, by the way, goes for the Back to the Future. Now you also see I've added on the track, I've done the racing barriers. Now the supports for the track, all in wood, and around the path I've done some wooden beams. I forgot when I was actually making the ride, I thought, how comes if we've still got a rating of like 0 when it comes to trees and that. I put loads of stuff around the track. Now that rating only gets affected by where the entrance is. This goes around the entrance of the path. So you've got to make sure you put loads of stuff around there. I've actually done 2 versions of this track. The start entrance, I actually did where I made like a bit of a castle in the front. Well, I made a bit of a castle in the front. And I thought, should I do the castle or should I have the rocks? And I decided to do rocks instead. I thought it looked more. I just thought it looked better with a bit more scenery than a building. We're going to have loads of buildings in the game. I don't know when they're going to open it up to when people can actually create their own items. I don't mean about, obviously, we've got the workshop at the moment where you use in-game elements. I'm on about where you can actually create your own, for instance, a rock, your own building texture, your own building design. I don't know when that's going to come. I've got no idea if it's on the forum somewhere or the Frontier have said it somewhere. I've got no idea. It'd be nice to have. Now I suppose at the end of the day, I don't know how big Frontier are. I would, with this game the way it is. Now if you look at the maps, they're not quite bigger. Now everyone's asked for bigger maps from day one, and the map's no bigger now than what it was in beta. I don't think so. It may come down to, okay, if we allow you to build your own buildings, in one way it'd be really good for the game, probably get more sales. But if you look at any person who creates their own buildings, or their own assets in any game, they always use a higher texture, and I want to make it better than the original game. Now, if you're struggling with frame rate now, you'll certainly struggle with frame rate when they bring it in, if they do bring it in. Now, a classic example would be something like Skyrim. You ever played Skyrim? I mean, if you're like me, I always use 2K textures. And the original game came with, I think, like 512K textures, which is literally a disaster. And you got like things like weather, and you name it, all sorts of stuff out of Skyrim, and your frame rate gets obliterated if you ain't got a decent PC. I'm not saying the textures are actually crap in it. I actually think the textures in this game are really good. This is the first game I've played for a long time, and the textures are not actually blurry when you actually go do a close-up, which is good. They've done a good format, good setup from the start. So there it is. So if you like the episode, please subscribe, and I'll see you in part 2. That's all. Dits out.